Hello, my friends on YouTube. Today is Sunday, the 28th of December 2024. Today's video is Islam and beheading. Few things happened since last video. I'd like to speak about them, but the main subject is, excuse me, beheading in Islam. I chose this subject because one, I'm sure she is a woman because her name is Fatima. That was the name of the daughter of the founder of Islam. She was saying that the weak hadith. Once again, hadith is the things that the founder of Islam spoke of, or when he was sitting with his people, the believer or whatever you want to call them, he was teaching them, and that's called hadith. So last week I was using one of his hadith. So she complained that if I don't know that there are hadith called weak hadith, meaning they are not really 100% sure if the founder of Islam said them or not, or said them in that manner or not. Okay, what am I supposed to do? This hadith is in the Islamic book. It's not in the Communist Manifesto. It's not in the Buddhist scripture. It's not in the Bible. It's in the Islamic faith. If it's weak, it's not my responsibility to strengthen it. It's not the responsibility of Europe or Asia or any particular country to strengthen your weak hadith. Do something about it. Or are you expecting another religion to do something about it? Or another country to do something about it? It's a weak hadith, is your hadith. Deal with it. Throw it away, put it to the garbage. Anyway, so today's video is based on Quran. And its title is The Chopping of the Head in Islam, or beheading in Islam, whichever you like to use. And that is Quran. I'm going to put you that Quranic verse in the description box, okay? And practically it says the believer should strike the non-believer on the neck, of course with the sword, not with an ice cream cone, with a sword, and chop their fingertips. Okay, that's a Quran. Is it violent? Yeah. Is it as gruesome as what it was in the hadith last week? Worse. So instead of coming out to defend what's wrong, I suggest take a step back and reflect on what you are saying and see what is right, what's wrong in this nonsense. Clean it up. Speak up instead of defending this garbage. Stand against it. When we hear that there's a grown man raped a child, everybody tried to do something. Most people, most conscientious people try to do something. We don't try to defend it or justify it. It's the same with the founder of Islam, when we know that he married a 6 years old and consummated that, rather raped her at the age of 9 and he was 54. Instead of trying to justify this, speak up. Say the truth. That was rape. That was pedophilia. I chose to do that, And even though I'm coming to that, I chose to do that and taking a risk. And I'm coming to that. One of the, they call them keyboard jihadis. Huh? He is threatening me. He or she, I don't know. I don't care. That individual, that thing, I'm going to belittle him or her, telling me, I know who you are and where you are, and I'm coming for you. And this is funny. Okay, I'll tell you something. Any of you watched the movie The Untouchable, Sean Connery was saying to the gangsters, don't come to a gunfight with a knife. And to that person who is threatening me, don't come to a fight with a pistol. At least bring AR-15 and let's see. Okay, next. I received a video also. This is before we go to the main video. I received a video from one of my subscriber, and I read it actually on the news, that Saudi Arabia is opening a liquor store in Riyadh, the capital of Saudi Arabia. In my previous video last Sunday, I actually jokingly, I never really expected this. I knew that it would happen one day, but I didn't mean 1 or 2 days literally. I said in my video that soon Mecca will be that black building that the Muslim go and they go around. Instead of doing that, they will have like bars in this area, and the people will go there and remember these old days, and they sit outside in that in the cool weather in the desert and drink tea or coffee. Also take a glass of wine, drink alcohol to enjoy alcohol there. I was joking, but not joking that it will not happen. I know it will happen. I know that whole structure of Islam will collapse one day. And I'm not saying because somebody telling me, oh, you're envious. No. This is a fact and is just a matter of time, and it will take place. No envy, no nothing. I didn't know that within 2 literal days, 48 hours, Saudi Arabia will open liquor stores in Riyadh. But in the beginning, they are opening them for diplomats. It's in the capital, and it's for people from different countries who enjoy, let's say, a glass of wine with dinner. So they have the right to go and purchase wine and other types of liquor and beer and everything. But the amount, there is a certain amount that you can buy. The amount that a person can buy can get 10 people drunk for a month. So the supply for 1 people is enough for 10. So where is the rest is going to go? And also the diplomat, not all of them drink alcohol. And I'm happy that this happened, but I myself, I don't drink alcohol, I don't take drugs. But if you like alcohol, you should be free to drink alcohol. As long as you're not driving and causing harm to other people, drink. You know what? If you want to do drugs, I don't do drugs, and I hope people who are listening to me never do drugs. But I believe people should be free. If you want to do drugs and you are of age, you're not 10 years old, you're an adult, do whatever you want. As long as you are not harming any other person, do whatever you want. You are free. So now, I think it was Malcolm X who said, if you take a sharp turn at once, your followers will not follow you in that turn. They will continue in the same direction they are going. But if you make it gradual, like 5 degrees every time, you can change the direction completely, and the people will keep following you. So the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, Mohammed bin Salman, I'm very sure he knows very, very well that this is true. So to start and say, oh, we're going to sell alcohol now to everybody, people may rebel against him. However, if he says, for diplomats, these are people who are used to consume certain amount of alcohol with their meal, and they are living here, we have to accommodate them. And that's not in Mecca. That's acceptable. Yeah, okay. But then they find out that the Saudi also are enjoying a glass of wine or another drink or whatever, or a beer. Oh, well, let them enjoy that if they like it. We are not going to stop it anyway, so it's better open it up in Riyadh. And then it will be Jeddah, and then it will be Mecca. So my prediction will happen. And I'm not saying that as a religious prediction. I don't know how to do a religious prediction, but this is the progress of life. And the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, he knows that. His aides, the people around him, they know that. It is coming. So instead of coming by force, the people rebel and loses his throne. No, he's opening it himself. Okay? So, by the way, I received a comment about the sound. I know that there's certain vibration in my computer. I tried to do it. I hope this time it's better. And anyway, I'm trying my best. So, for today's hadith, today's video is actually from the Quran. And the chapters, I'm going to put it in the description box. It's Al-Anfal 12, I believe. And the translation, it says, strike. This is the Allah from above talking to the believers, such as Osama bin Laden, Zawahiri, all these gang, and Muhammad also. Strike the neck. Strike their necks, the neck of the non-believer. And here you have the Islamic scholar. You have to have something to say or do. They know this is nonsense. I really feel it. And I cannot prove it, but they know this is nonsense. So to show that they are doing something and they are examining the situation, they tell you, did Allah mean we strike them on the neck with the sword or on the head with the sword? Which is correct? So some people suggest it's the neck. Some people say, no, it means hit them right where the brain is. Chop some of the brain off. As if this will make any difference to the person who is going to get killed. Whether you kill me, if you shoot me, or if you cut my throat, or you strike me with a sword on my neck or my head, in few seconds I am dead. What difference does it make? No, they are doing their job to see exactly how the Allah wants you to be dead. And because you're an unbeliever, when you die, after we do that to you, you go to Allah and Allah will send you to hell for eternity. So, for that young lady Fatima who is telling me there are weak hadith, I'm aware of them. But that's not my problem. I didn't put them there. China didn't put them there. America didn't put them there. Or are you going to blame it on the Jews? Normally, when any mistake or something revealing to the nonsense that it's in these books, quickly, even the Prophet himself jumped. The Jews! The Jews did it. Okay. What else did the Jews put? How about that Quranic verse that it says strike? This is real violence. Strike the neck and the head and chop the fingertips off. Is that also weak hadith or weak Quran? It cannot be remedied. Instead of defending, take a step. Please, I'm asking you to do that. Take a step back and judge the situation. And think for yourself. Think. This is, if we see a man, 54 years old man today, regardless, in Africa, in Asia, in America, anywhere, in Europe, a 54 years old man have sexual relationship with a 9 years old girl, tell me who will accept that? Everyone, black, white, and yellow, would say this is pedophilia. This person should be punished to the highest degree. But when it comes to the Prophet of Allah, everyone tries to justify that this was okay because it's the Prophet of Allah. No, it's not okay. This is filth. I say it. I say it. And I am actually taking a risk saying that. But somebody has to do it. So instead of just repeating the dogma that we heard all the time, stand up and say, to what's right, say this is right. What's wrong, this is wrong. A man who takes his daughter-in-law, the wife of his son, well, he was adopted son, but he was son, to have sexual relationship with her. He had many women, many, not one or two, at least 9 wives plus few concubines. If any man with that amount of women today, or even in the past, because even his own follower blamed him for doing such thing, because the people of that time, that was strange for a man to take his daughter-in-law as his own wife, because once she is your daughter-in-law, she is your daughter. That was the law back then. So when this happened, they started to talk. What is this man doing? That's against our tradition, our laws, the norm. And it's against everything today. Once you have an adopted child, you cannot fool around with his wife. But because she was attractive, he saw her naked, you had to see. You had to see what this is. But we try to justify. Now, okay, you could actually say, oh, it's a weak hadith. What would you do with the filth that it is in the main book? what would you do with the action, the behavior of Muhammad? If a man rapes, actually, in all laws now, I know it happens in war, but the general himself, the captain who is leading the war, when he conquers a town, if he takes the daughter of the governor or the president of the country he invaded to rape her himself, he's setting terrible example for his soldiers. The Prophet of Allah couldn't understand that. So when he invades Khaybar, the Jewish city, he takes the daughter of the head of the tribe, to rape. Instead of justifying, please take a step back, think, and make a judgment for yourself. And speak up. Say, this is filthy. Thank you very much. We hope to hear from you.